It was actually 2 seconds. Thank you very much, members of the media. Good evening and welcome to the MTN 8 Final 2024 post-match press conference. And we are first joined by the away team coach for this evening's fixture, and that's Coach Steve Barker from Stellenbosch FC. Coach, unlike you on the loss, maybe we can just start with a brief overview of the 90 minutes in your view.
Evening everybody. Unfortunately, you're not going to get too much out of me this evening. I thought it was a really good game of football, very competitive, up until a decision that's absolutely indescribable, that a free kick can be taken 4 or 5 meters closer towards goal when it's in and around your box, and that changes the complexion obviously of the game. I was looking forward to extra time. I thought we were starting to look and be the better team. They'd used all their sort of options. I firmly believe that if gone to extra time, we would have lifted the trophy. So unfortunately, on Monday night, when it should be about the match and how the match was played and the good tactics of each team and the competitors of each team, it's going to be about a referee decision, which is make 3 errors in one decision. So yeah, I'm very disappointed. Obviously proud of the effort that we put in, but when you work as hard day in and day out, get yourself into a final, get yourself competitive, and it gets basically taken away from you like that, it is a difficult pill to swallow. People may feel and say sour grapes or whatever you may want to say. It's just generally not that. A decision in the 90th minute, the ref had the opportunity to restart the game, restart where the free kick was. He chose not to, and then basically changes the course of the game. Thank you.
And thank you, Coach. We now take questions from the floor, just by a show of hands. I'm already seeing a few hands. Let me start with local media. Smiso Msoli from Independent.
Coach, Coach, for all of Pirates' success and everything they've done in the past, and also today, obviously, because they won the cup, do you think this particular win will probably carry a tag, even though it was a three-peat, but this particular win will hold a tag of possibly tainted moving on?
Yeah, look, one's got to give credit to Pirate. To win 3 trophies is not easy, back to back. So they've created history. But yeah, it's sad when even their own staff and that are saying that we're not too sure what happened there. But yeah, well done to Pirates. They've won it treble. We gave it our best shot, but unfortunately it wasn't to be.
Right. Moving on, let's go to Robin Joke. I've noted.
Yeah. Coach, Tom also refereed the final last year, and there were so many people that were questioning the decision when Pirates talked about the trophy against Mamelodi Sundowns. And having seen him, there's got kind of a flag of recently. When we heard that he was going to be in charge of this game, did you have it? Oh my God. That come to him and come as a shock to me. Oh my word.
Yeah, look, I think I'm not going to say much more on the incident. I think I've said enough. I never think of when there's a referee, I always believe and trust that they'll be giving their best, and perhaps he did give his best, but it wasn't good enough tonight.
Okay, let's go to ENCA then.
Sandra from ENCA. Coach, yes, there was a mistake from the ref. You were gutted, livid, to say the least. But then if you look at the game, you considered right at the death on the stroke of half time. Are you disappointed at how Sage Stevens dealt with that ball? I know it was a vicious free kick, but maybe he should have done better. Did that change the entire plan going into the interval?
I don't think totally. Obviously, I haven't been able to see the replay of it. It was just basically one of those games where it looked like Pirates were more dangerous on set pieces than through open play. It was always a concern for us not to, give free kicks in and around the box. And fortunately for them and unfortunately for us, they capitalised just before half time, which, obviously you go in at that scoreline. But I still felt second half that came out, I thought they started the second half better than us, the first 10-15 minutes. But then I thought as the half wore on and got closer to the end of the game, we started having our moments. The third goal, I don't really worry about that. I think had that second goal not happened, it would have been going into extra time. But yeah, it's something that we'll have to look at. We always try and be better whenever we have the following game. And if there's areas that we can improve on, dealing with set pieces is maybe an area that, after this evening we just need to have a look at.
Okay, I see another hand at the back. Mihlali.
From independent media. Coach Steve Barker, how do you get up the boys now, considering the fact that this is the first final that you've lost? There was a time when you were losing the semi-final, but you've arrived in the final now you've lost. How do you make the point that you continue to win others, strive for others, and also a better finish than third and come end of the season?
I think one can't cry over spilled milk for too long. We need to get over it. Fortunately, there's a bit of a FIFA break, so it gives us time to just heal from the disappointment. There's a lot to play for. There's a Carling Cup to defend that's starting soon. There's an African campaign, and there's a big task ahead of us in the league campaign. So there's still a lot to play for. We have a team of players that are young, determined, and yes, it will be a setback and will hurt, but sometimes pain makes you grow stronger. Pain makes you realize certain other things that you could have done better during the rest of the game, to be able to compensate for that. Even Sasani should probably not be playing this evening against Cape Town City. Blatantly stands on a player, and then the red card should have been last week. So a lot went against us. Obviously the crowd, big crowd, was lovely to have a crowd like that. Well done to the Pirates fans supporting the team they do. It is nice to see. It is good to see full stadiums, and the support was really good from the fans. So I want to congratulate them on that. So you've got the fans majority against you. You've in a decision like that goes. So a lot went against us this evening. But yeah, we need to dust ourselves off, stand up, and go again.
Let's go to Big Mike and then Tiseto.
Good evening, Coach. It's Big Mike from my friend and Around Sports. Coach, looking at the way you lost the game, I know that you are disappointed. I just want to get your view. The Minister of Sports has been actually very vocal about VAR, you see. So I just want to hear your view as far as VAR is concerned, especially after playing such a big game with a lot of money at stake.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there had been at some stage a point that they were looking to target the final, this one to implement VR, unfortunately did not. But yeah, it just seems like there's just far too many big calls that are not going the right way. And I think intervention of VR will help. Refs are human. I don't think the ref's gone and purposefully made the mistake. It's just a lot's happening. It's a 90th minute of a cup final. They take a quick free kick. He suddenly looks, it's a goal. He's got that decision to make. Do I let it stand? Do I not let it stand? He's elected to let the goal stand. So, VAR would have, I believe, intervention. He would have said, listen, restart. It wasn't taken at the right place. You were still speaking to the players. He hadn't even seen what happened. Hopefully sanity would have prevailed, and we would have had maybe an interesting extra time. But, time heals. I do also want to say congratulations to Pirates. It's not there. They benefited, but it's not them that's made it happen. It's a referee that's made it happen. So you can't take away that luck that they got. So congratulations to Orlando Pirates for what they achieved. But yeah, they must know we're knocking on the door. We're not going to stop harassing, and we're going to keep pushing. And I believe we will get our time soon enough.
Tiseto City Press.
Thank you very much, Tiseto Manipa from City Press. Hard luck for the defeat, coach. Talking about the next time, your head-to-head record with Orlando Pirates is quite good. I think in the past 4 or 5 matches, you've beaten them 3 times. What is it that about you and Stellenbosch that gives you that edge, if I can put it that way, over Pirates, because they seem to be struggling against you? And my second question will be on Mujela. I mean, no one will feel unluckier than the guy. He's got the opening goal in the final last year. He does it again today. Ends up on the losing side again for the second time. So maybe just your word on him.
Yeah, I think firstly on Mojela, he's had a fantastic start to the season for us. He's scoring some incredible goals. Even the goal away at AS Vita was really of high quality. Today's goal was high quality. And I believe he's going to be a striker that's going to get close to the top of the charts come into the season. So yeah, a little bit of heartache for him, 2 finals at the same stadium and not being on the right side of it, but I'm sure he'll bounce back. A great character, a great footballer, works hard, and a great acquisition for us as a club. I think on the other question, I don't think it's just Pirates. I think we're a difficult team to play anyone who plays against us. And if one is really honest and looks at the game overall, it was very tight. And if we played this game 10 times, I'm sure we may win 5 or 6 of them, and Pirates may win 5 or 6. So it was not to be tonight. It's just really disappointing that it turned out that the big decision was the main reason why, the game was sort of concluded.
Okay, any takers for the last question? Maybe this side, if any. Okay, let's go to Onuze. Go ahead.
Good evening, Coach. Makungo from TC Times. I just wanted to check what's the latest on Kazi Kotsui, the right back from Nigeria?
Yeah, it's been very frustrating. We had hoped, obviously, that by now he would have entered the country. But yeah, we just continue to have visa problems. So he's applied for his visiting visa to come to South Africa, and it hasn't been granted as yet. So if anybody's got connections in Lagos, please, I'd appreciate a telephone number or 2. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Coach.